I welcome you, my dear young friends. Till now, we discussed about heat treatment of steels, normalizing various heat treatment process of steels, normalizing, annealing, and spheroidizing, and hardening, tempering, surface or case hardening. In this heat treatment of steels, till now we discussed normalizing and annealing. So here, now we will discuss spheroidizing. So what is that spheroidizing? So generally the critical temperature of this gas spheroidizing is 730 to 770 degrees centigrade. We are going to doing this spheroidizing. So it is another form of annealing. So annealing also we are going to doing minimum temperatures 30 to 50 degrees. We are going to doing also 730 degrees centigrade up to 723 degrees centigrade. We are going to doing annealing process. So here this annealing, so which is that cementite form means one of the means form of steel cementite in that granular is produced in that steel. Okay, so this is that we can say that another form of annealing. So generally this is we are applying this spheroidizing is near about 730 to 770 degrees centigrade. So we are usually we are applied for this one is carbon tool steels, very high end carbon tool steels. We will cut over there. For this purpose, we are going to using this spheroidizing, and this operation generally consists of heating of the steel slightly above that critical temperature. I told that critical temperature we are going to using 730 to 770 degrees centigrade. Then that some of the cooled very slowly temperature at 600 degrees centigrade. From that 600 degrees centigrade, we are going to cooling down that process. Cooling down that process. So another one is that temperature some of the cooled very slowly, and rate of cooling will be that 25 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade per hour. So the rate of cooling is that 25 to 30 degrees centigrade per hour. So spheroidizing improves what is that generally whatever normalizing and annealing. So spheroidizing also we are going to improving machinability. We are going to removing stresses. Okay. Hardness, tensile strength we are going to improving. So generally this spheroidizing we are going to mostly we are going to using for this one is that high carbon tool steels, where high carbon tool steels we are going to very hard cutting purposes we are going to using, and we are starting from that cooling 600 degrees centigrade, and it is going to be lowered up to that the rate of cooling per hour generally will be there. Heating will be there from 730 to 770, but rate of cooling up to that we are going to doing 25 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade. So these are the very most spheroidizing of high carbon tool steels is very most important. Another thing is that we will discuss about another point, hardening. Hardening. Another point is that hardening. So that hardening we are going to using hardening first in that hardening. First basic point is that the object, main object of this hardening is that to increase that hardness, to increase the hardness of the metal so that can resist wear. Whenever hardness is there, very difficult to wear, very difficult to wear. So that is the first thing, to increase the hardness of the metal so that it can resist that wear. That is the first object of this hardening process. Second one is that to enable it to cut other metals, to enable to cut other metals, that is to make it suitable for cutting tools, to make it suitable for cutting tools. To enable it to cut other metals, that is to make it suitable for other cutting tools. So that is the thing will be there. So next, in this objects, whatever process will be there, heat treatment process, every process we are having to remove that tensile stresses. We are going to increasing that tensile stresses, and as well as we are going to removing that stresses. We are going to increasing that machinability. We are going to avoiding with the help of this heat treatment corrosion. Okay, all these things will help us for heat treatment of steels. Another, generally this process will consists of heating of a metal to a temperature from 30 to 50 degrees centigrade. Over there, we are going to cooling 25 to 30, but here hardening, we are starting range is that 30 to 50 degrees. Okay, above upper critical point temperatures, hypoatectoid steels, but also same temperature, lower critical points. That is at a higher critical point temperatures we are going to heating. At the same time, lower critical temperature points also heating. So keeping that metal temperature by that considerable depending upon the thickness. So thickness of the steel, we are going to depending upon, we are going to doing this hardness, upper critical temperature and as well as lower critical temperature. So another quenching. Quenching, what is that? We know very well that quenching is nothing but sudden dipping into the water is called as quenching. In this quenching, in a suitable cooling medium like water, oil or brain solution. We can put in oil also or brain solution also. We can put it so that it may we can note this carbon steels cannot be hardened appreciably. Whatever it may be that we cannot harden that appreciably. Carbon tool steels particularly. And because of why we are unable to do that means presence of ferrite, which is a soft and it is not changed by that treatment. If we are going to giving that treatment also, ferrite is available in that, so that we are unable to do that one. Okay, so that for that purpose we are doing. So another one more for hardening alloy high carbon steels heated from up to see that higher critical temperatures I am telling that. So we can heat up to 1100 degrees centigrade to 1300 degrees centigrade. Means maximum it is going to be coming under into that liquid state condition. Liquid state condition. So that over there 1100 degrees centigrade to 1300 degrees centigrade. So up to that we can heat that metal in the case of hardening. See earlier what is that normalizing, annealing or spreadizing, you can take that 730 to 770 like that. Maximum critical temperatures we are reached over there. This is that higher critical temperatures. See up to we can able to heat that 1300 degrees centigrade. This in this process, hardening process. That's why, but whereas that general starting temperature is 50 degrees centigrade. From that, we can start that temperature for hardness purpose and removal of stresses. So that is that important one. So for why? Because this and it is followed by that cooling process also, and it is followed by cooling process. Okay, so that is the thing. Next one is that another one is that tempering. Tempering. So tempering, what is that tempering? So tempering, we are going to using for this tempering is that the steel is hardened, rapidly quenched, very hard and brittle. One side we are going to making that material is hard as well as it is brittle. Okay, it is also contains internal stresses. Okay, uh, which will be that unequally distributed cause of cracks, even temperature and rupture of the hardened steels. So the temperature, this tempering, we are also called as a drying operation. We are going to called as a drying operation. So that therefore, some of the following reasons will be there. In tempering, see that in tempering, same thing, same heat, we are going to allowing that tool steels, okay, steels. So here also we are going to removing that internal stress. It is also contains. So in this hardening process also, so sorry, in tempering process also, the internal stresses will be there. Okay, so even though how much you are removed from that process, stresses will be there. So that stresses we have to remove it. With this, we are unable to, in this tempering, we are unable to remove that more stresses. That is one of the drawback of the heat treatment. But in hardening, we can remove that temperature. Why? Because we are going to heating that metal maximum temperature limit, 1400 degrees centigrade, means near about 1300 degrees centigrade. Okay, we are 1100 to 1300 degrees centigrade, we are going to removing that one. So we are heating. So over there, definitely the stresses will go out. So machinability is increased in hardening. At the same time, the steel will be become as a hard, very hard. That material is going to become as, means it will get a good tensile strength, rigidity. Okay, all category will come. Okay, next another one is to make that steel tough, resist the shock and fatigue. By using of this tempering process, the shocks we can easily absorb with the help of these metals. So generally this tempering process, reheating and hardening steels, some temperatures below the lower critical temperatures, and followed by any desired of the cooling, So the exact tempering temperature depends upon the purpose for which the article or tool is to be used. For what purpose we are going to use? For the temperature we are going to making of this one. Okay. And one more thing is that surface hardening. Surface hardening. So in this surface hardening, we are having a various surface hardening process. What are that surface hardening? Only surface, only we are doing that hardening. What are there? First one is that carbonizing. Second one is cyaniding. Third one is nitriding. Fourth one is induction hardening. And fifth one is that flame hardening. So here carbonizing, cyaniding, nitriding, induction hardening, flame hardening. So here we can see that. So we in many engineering applications we are going to using this one. So why? Because in the surface only we are hardening and we are going to getting that work, mechanical work. So hardened steel surface, what is the main advantage of this surface hardening is that to resist that wear and tear, to resist that wear and tear. So it will have tough interior core. So whenever you are hardening some of the down material also, it is going to become hard interior core. It will be able. And generally we are going to using this surface hardening for to absorb the shocks. Particularly we are doing this surface hardening or case hardening for shock absorbers. Okay. This type of treatment we are applying for, I am telling no, shock absorbers, gears, ball bearings, Okay, railway wheels, all these things, surface hardening, where we are going to applying this surface hardening processes means ball bearings, gates, railway wheels. So we can achieve with this hardening surface layers, how much, at what application only we can heat this process. Okay, that is the main advantage. So some of the various case hardening process, carbonizing is there. Another means a type of surface hardening, cyaniding and nitriding and induction hardening and flame hardening. All these processes. Okay. In this video, I will say as that we discussed very elaborately various types of heat treatments of steels. Next, with this, I am going to stopping. Next, we will discuss why we have to go for heat treatment, and non-ferrous metals also I will discuss. Okay, next video.